Hello, hello, hello. What's going on, everybody? Happy Thursday. And we had a lot of action in the market today. Like yesterday, we had NVDA earnings, and NVIDIA beat earnings. The earnings was good, was really strong earnings. They double beat, and then the guidance was also strong. But as usual, what you've seen here in this earnings season has been all the Magnificent Seven. You see them, you see the stocks pop, and then eventually they fade out. So that's what we got today with a massive sell-off in NVIDIA. So I believe that today, the price action today showed something like a bull trap, right? So in this video, I'm going to break down what I'm seeing in the market and also what the bull trap looks like, and also what are the warning signs for tomorrow. So tomorrow is going to be an important day. It's going to be a big battle between the bulls and the bears, and we shall see who wins that battle tomorrow. So without much ado, I'll just go straight here to the chart. This is the daily chart of the SPY, and I just have only one indicator here. So I have the 100 SMA, right? So the 100 SMA has been a strong support for the SPY since over here, since May 9th, 2025, right? So you see that this is the white line, this is the 100 SMA. It has started this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So the 7th time this touches this is going to lead to an 80 to 90% probability of breaking it. So this has been an anchor or support for the general market, SPY, for all this several months, right? And the next time it comes here, I believe that it's going to break it, because probability shows that the more you hammer a certain level, right, you touch it several times, it weakens it. So right now, the 100 SMA is weakened. The next time price comes there, it's going to crack it, and we are going to head to the downside, and that's what's going to lead to the 10% correction or even something worse than that. So we shall see how that plays out. Also, what I'm seeing on the market is that I'm seeing what looks like a rounding top, right? So here, if you look at this, you are going to see that we have this the weekly chart of the SPY. This looks like a rounding top, right? So rounding tops are characteristics of bull traps, right? Rounding tops are characteristics of bull traps. Why do I say it's a bull trap? It's a bull trap because we have seen that, if you go back to this chart, we've seen that every single time we've gotten a rally, is met with a significant drop. Rally, significant drop. Rally, significant drop. So this tells me that the smart money are selling into retail buy the dips, right? So anytime the retail buy the dips, the exuberant retail trader or investor buys the dip into the market, the smart money are selling, because the smart money, they have millions, billions of dollars in the market. They cannot sell everything at once. So what they do is that they use the retail investor or the trader as exit liquidity, right? So what happens here is that, so if you look at this, if I put a circle here, you are going to see that this is the top, right? You see the circle here. So this is like a rounding top, right? Rounding top. So you have that round effect, and that typically leads to a sell to the downside. We shall see how things work out. But for now, the probabilities are favoring a downside as long as we break the 100 SMA. Again, don't get me wrong. Like, I mean, we could get a big move tomorrow and blast through and go up, right? So if we are to get a push to the upside, where are we heading to? So this is where we are going to head to. So here we have, this is the 2021 bull market highs, and we are going to locate that into the highs of October, right? So this where is going to be this October highs, right? So here, this is, so in terms of upside, right? In terms of probabilities, you have to look at the upside here. So the upside here, from here to here, is just only 2%, right? But the downside, we have loss of downside here once this 100 SMA breaks. So tomorrow I'm going to be watching this 100 SMA level keenly, right, with an eagle eye to check to make sure that where is price going, because once we break that, I believe that is going to open the floodgates, and then we are going to get a rapid sell-off, right? So the institutions and the smart money have been selling into all the rallies and all the pops gradually, right? And using retail as exit liquidity, because retail traders and investors are programmed to always buy the dip, right? Always buy the dip. Is going to work out. Everything is going to be fine. That kind of thing. So we shall see how that plays out tomorrow. So here we have our head and shoulders pattern. So you have your head here, you have your left shoulder, and then you have your right shoulder here, right? So this forms a head and shoulders pattern. And then we shall, like, even here, you can even call this the head and shoulders pattern, right? Over here as well. You can call that. So we are seeing a decrease. So here, this is your high. This high is higher than this high. So this is what? A lower high, another lower high. So that is forming that downtrend, right? That downtrend. So we shall see how things work out tomorrow. So tomorrow, break below today's low, which is at 684, is going to lead to that sell-off. And again, that will be anytime we come here is going to be the 7th time that SPY has hit that 100 SMA level. And as I said, the more you hit a specific level or support, it becomes weak, right? And in technical analysis, the number 7 is a very significant number, right? And it's also significant in other things like religion and stuff like that, right? So number 7 is critical. So once we hit that place, we are going to get, I believe that we are going to get that flush to the downside. So we shall see how things work out tomorrow. So here, this is the level. The 100 SMA is dynamic. It moves around. So it could be somewhere. So right now it's at 681. So break below 681 will send SPY to this area, 675. The last time we came here, we got that bounce. And then once we break that area, we are going to head here. Next area. Then over here. In terms of an ultimate target for me, if the floodgates open, is going to be here, right? This is the previous all-time highs, and that's going to give us the 10% correction. Okay. All right. So now let's go to QQQ. QQQ as well. QQQ has been weak for the longest time, right? QQQ, here we have like a double top here in the QQQ. So one top, another top, and then here we are still inside this bear flag pattern, right? But within this bear flag pattern, I identified this mini trend line. So it's not really a big deal of a trend line, but if tomorrow we break below it, we are going to head down to break this bear flag. So bear flag break will look like this, will look like that. So if you get a daily candle close below here, it's going to be a bear flag break, and then we are going to get that move to the downside, right? So we shall see how that works out tomorrow. But I'm going to be watching this bear flag break closely tomorrow if the market is weak. Okay. All right. So that's the warning, right? That's the warning about the market, because if the SPY breaks the 100 SMA, which the bears have been unable to do for several months since May, then we are going to get the floodgates is going to open. There's going to be massive panic. There's going to be massive sell-off in the market, right? And that is going to cause, obviously, is going to cause the QQQ to sell, because the two move together, right? But in terms of strength, the SPY has been stronger than the QQQ. So that means that QQQ is going to sell more, okay? Also, another factor is NVDA. So NVDA had earnings yesterday, and the earnings was good, like double beat. Guidance was strong, but it's still sold off. So investors and traders came and then they sold this off significantly. So this is very concerning, because NVIDIA is like the is the number 1 company in the world, and that holds a lot of market cap. So anytime NVIDIA sells off or NVIDIA sells off, it leads to this mass panic in the market. Okay, so here, this is what we have here. We have NVIDIA sold off here, and you see here, it came here to this trend line, and what did he do? It rejected this trend line. So this trend line has been a critical. So this is the day that NVIDIA hits the milestone of $5 trillion company, right? So that was a big milestone, and that led to sell the news event. So we got that sell to the downside, and it came all the way here, and now we got another sell, right? So here, sell, and then here as well, we got another sell. Okay, so tomorrow, NVIDIA is going to be on watch for a short. I'm going to look to short NVIDIA if it triggers. So that is if it trades below here, break below 184, we'll get it to come down to 181, and then later on we can come to 179, and then here the 200 SMA. So it has a date with the 200 SMA. Is going to come there eventually to 174 in the next couple of weeks into the month of March. So if NVIDIA is selling, then the tech sector, which is led by the index NASDAQ or the QQQ ETF, is also going to sell, right? And that means that the semiconductor ETF, SMH, is also going to sell. So here we see SMH here. If you go to the weekly, SMH put in a topping tail candle, right? This topping tail candle is significant, right? So if we get a break below this tomorrow, this level, break below this level tomorrow or next week, because this is a weekly candle, if you get a break below this 406 level, we are going to head down, and this is going to create massive panic in the market, and that's going to cause massive sell-off. So that is dependent on NVIDIA. So if NVIDIA is weak tomorrow, this will break, and it's going to break below this 406 or the lows of today, 405, and then we are going to head down. And then next target for this is going to be over here, right? Which is going to be the 50 SMA area. Alternatively, if you're a trader, you can also trade using the XOXL, which is a leverage ETF. So I have a swing trade on this. So this area here, I consider this area here as a supply zone, right? So this supply zone is an area where price came and rejected. So now we have this long candle here. If we get a break below $61 tomorrow, we are heading towards this area. Okay. All right. So next ticker that I'm going to watch, and again on Wall Street, there's a saying that as the semiconductors go, so does the market. So if the semiconductors sell, SMH and NVIDIA sells off, then everything is going to sell off. It's going to pull the market down with it, right? Okay. I forgot to also discuss the DIA. So the DIA is the, it has 30 stocks in it, 30 companies, and that forms the fabric of America. These companies are very profitable, and they are like in recession times or in hard economic times, these companies hold strong. We have the Costco's of this world. We have Walmart. These are very profitable companies, right? But even the Dow, which has been very strong. So if you look at this, the Dow has not broken below the April low trend line over here. Today it finally broke, and it has put in what looks like a head and shoulders pattern, right? And with this head and shoulders pattern, from the look of things, tomorrow, if we break below 491, we are going to head down lower, right? So what is the measured move here with this here? So let's say the neckline is here. So the measured move is going to be somewhere here, right? Just put it here. So somewhere here. So price can come all the way to this area. We shall see how that plays out. But the Dow tends to be more resilient compared to the QQQ and then the SPY, right? So we shall see how that plays out. I just wanted to flag this here to show you guys that, hey, even the Dow, which is usually very strong, is showing signs of weakness and getting broken. So we shall see how that plays out in the days and weeks ahead as we go into the month of March, which is seasonally a weak month for the market. So we shall see how the bears operate during that time, if they can get the job done to the downside. So now is a fierce battle between the bulls and the bears. On the SPY, we are trading in the 100 SMA level, right? So it's going to be the battle of the 100 SMA on the SPY. Over here with the DIA is going to be the battle of the Liberation Day trend line, or April low tariff trend line. Okay. All right. Next ticker that I have here is so software names have been beaten down a lot, but before then I'll go to another chip company, right? So these memory chip companies, right? They've been rallying like crazy. Like every single day they are up. Like they are up sometimes 5%, 10%, like every single time. But I think that a time will come where these stocks are going to give up some of these gains, and the sell-off is going to be rapid. So one of them that is ready for a short is Light, right? So Light has put in a topping tail here. This is the hammer candle, inverse hammer candle or topping tail, and that confirmed today. We got a confirmation break below it, so we need more follow through to the downside, right? So I believe that this thing here will come. Next target is going to be here where the 9 EMA is, and then after that we are going to go lower than that, right? So over here we have there's the 9 EMA, and then here we have the 20 SMA here, right? So for Light, I'm looking to short it to the downside, targeting this area 579, right? And anything above that is going to just be a cherry on the cake. So here I'm just looking to see how this plays out. If the market weakness shows its face tomorrow, and I see SPY breaking the 100 SMA, I see QQQ breaking the bear flag, then 100% I'm going to short the stock, right? I'm going to short it to the downside and then target this area. So we shall see how things play out tomorrow. All right. So next one, last but not the least, software names have been under attack, and they've been selling off a lot. Even the great Microsoft has sold off and is trading at the 200-week simple moving average, right? So if you if you go to the video section of this channel, you are going to see the video I did on Tuesday on software names, right? So check it out and see where I discussed about Microsoft, Palantir, and other software names, right? So this stock that I'm going to talk about is a software name, Roblox. I mean, if you have kids, teenagers and stuff, they like to play this video game, right? This is called Roblox, right? So Roblox came in here and then is held this trend line, right? This trend line is from 2024, is holding our support, and then it put in a double bottom here. And now what we are seeing here is that this is now breaking this downsloping trend line, right? So this has more room to push. Again, it will depend on the general market. If the general market is showing weakness, stocks like Roblox are going to sell. But if the market shows strength, we can blast through. If you can blast through 75, 80, then this has room to push to 91, right? So that is something that I'm going to be watching as well tomorrow if the trade triggers, okay? Last one I want to talk about is TTD. So TTD is a stock that we swing traded last year, and it was really nice. We caught, I think it was here. Yeah, this was the place, right? So we caught this move. We caught this move here. There was a move that happened, this one, somewhere here, right? We caught this move up, and then it collapsed from there, which was really nice trade. So right now, TTD has sold off a lot. They had earnings. Earnings was good, but guidance was bad. So this sold off significantly, and now this stock is trading at $23 based on the PE ratio calculation at this price. Now the PE ratio, this is a software name, the PE ratio is now at 10, which is significantly undervalued, right? And it's also trading below the 200 SMA on the weekly, so it's significantly undervalued. So here you see that it's holding this trend line here, and today put in a bottoming tail candle here. This is the weekly, so we shall see how it closes tomorrow. So if you go to the daily, you can see here a lot of people stepped in today, buyers stepped in today to buy. So this is something that can if it can trade above this moving average 9, then this thing can get a sizable bounce to the upside, right? I'm not saying it's going to go back to all-time high right now, but at least you can get a sizable bounce for a swing trade to the upside, right? So yeah, so that's about it for tonight's video. If you are joining us for the first time, please hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and then join our free community at tradingrich.com. Also, tomorrow you are invited to trade with us live here on YouTube and also on Zoom, or if you are in our community, we are going to be trading together live tomorrow morning at 8:45 a.m. Eastern. We are going to be talking about the futures game plan, and then 9 a.m. Eastern, we are going to talk about options and game plan for ETFs and stocks. So yeah, so thank you for watching. Thanks for subscribing. We'll see you in the next video, and then if you can make it tomorrow, join us live to trade live in the morning as we day trade the market tomorrow, trading options and futures. Have a good night. Bye for now.